You have been living with this work, but you created so many works together with Joseph Beuys. It really became part of you.
I first met Beuys along with my colleague Bernd Plüser at the time. We suggested to Beuys to make an edition of his so far multiples, which at the time were about 25.
The idea about a multiple, if you have one piece 5 times, and there's one in China, and there's one in Africa, and they are all dispersed over the world.
They are corresponding. In between the people that own it, there is a certain familiarity, there is a certain common feeling, which he calls communication. So the idea of the bathtub is that in these tubes, warm, hot water runs and heats the bathtub. He put in a very simple kitchen tool to heat water, totally out of proportion. And that makes part of the enigmatic content. It seems to be quite severe with the oven and the association that we have from the concentration camps, and then the monumental chimney that comes out of it as a base for the heroine. The female figure is a hope.
If this element here falls into a bathtub, the person who is in the bathtub is dead.
Beuys used to say, I don't explain everything because I want to leave room for people's looking and feeling. It's one of my favorite pieces because it's formally very consistent. It's about double objects. So each object comes with a double, like the human body has 2 eyes, 2 arms, 2 feet, 2 legs. This center one, it has a copper plate and a metal plate. So he says that copper and iron create energy.
There are 2 parts, it's a double object, and there is electricity between these 2 poles.
When you put them together, it's a half cross, so each piece is a quarter cross, and if you then mirror down, you get a full cross. And the symbol of the cross is a universal symbol.
And he said, how can we make it visible again, the potential which is in this sign? If you give something which is only a part of a whole, you can evoke fantasy, imagination.
This is a pair of felt shoes, and it unfolds in poles, positive and negative. Then the samurai sword. Inside is a metal blade.
Very sharp and powerful.
Yeah, is protected by the felt, so it loses its aggressivity, its sharpness, it's protected.
What we can associate is that metal can also be fluid.
Can be melted
can
and
be
gets
melted
fluid.
And can become something very different.
Yeah.
It can become a sculpture, it can become a nipple, it can become a sword, it can become a cross. So his art really has this alchemic fundamental. It's always on the move, it's always transforming.
We have these 3 honey pots. In Documenta 1972, he had the famous honey pump. There was a machine in a machine room, and it pumped through a huge tube. He was pumping honey, and it was like blood circulation of a human body.
Yeah.
It
can be the individual, but it also can be the whole society.
Yeah.
So what is connecting the society? That was a key question for him. He wanted to flow honey between the people.
Yeah, I mean, honey is a soft material, used to be an important food. by a very complex society of the bees, and he was totally interested in this social behavior of bees. Honey, we should.
You mean me, honey?
No, yeah, too, as well. Here, this is, let's say, the iconic felt suit, basically the key piece of all of his multiples. It's to protect the human body and the warmth of the human body, protects the inner from the outer world. The publisher of Beuys books asked Beuys, well, I have 2 felt suits, how should I install them? Where should I put them? And Beuys said, you know, basically just hang it on a coat hanger. He had an amazing good feeling to pick an object somewhere, in the street, in a factory, and to put it next to another meaningless object, and then put them together and create something, an image. Yeah, an image.
One day, Andy Warhol said, basically we are doing the same. We are brothers in mind, but we are coming from a different direction.
Yeah, very similar processes, but a totally different aesthetical expression. This one was totally arranged by Beuys while we were talking. Beuys's wife, or now widow, she always points out nobody is talking about the beauty. This vitrine is a very good example for it. And the problem is, when now looking at it again, and I always liked this vitrine very much, I'm tempted to withdraw it from the sale